Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, hi, thank you for clicking into this video. Now into this video, I'm just gonna be showing you some updates on my plants. They are just growing very nicely this summer and I'm excited to share them with you guys. I have 9 plants that are exceptionally doing very well for me this summer. So yeah, let's get into the video. Okay, so this is gonna be in no particular order. I am just gonna be grabbing them as I go, but we are going to start with this beautiful plant here. This here is my Gendron Bono. It is a very easy care plant, so I highly recommend this one. If you can get your hands on one of this, please get one. It is very beautiful and very satisfying to grow. Like, look at those leaves here. This is the latest one and it is not fully hardened off yet, but it is already working on another one on the bottom here, if you can see that. Alright, so just an update on this plant. Since filming that video, I already have gotten this new leaf over here and it is not fully hardened off yet, but yeah, it is looking very beautiful. And I know it's not gonna be living for a long time because it is mostly white and it's not gonna be able to sustain itself, but I think it's just very beautiful. Very beautiful plant, very easy care. I literally just water this and leave it on the shelf and it is doing its thing. So yeah, definitely worth showing off. The next one is something that really deserves to be on a favorite for the month. Is my Peperomia Inana. This is the one with the hairy textured leaf. This has grown so much for me already. I couldn't keep Peperomia alive, but this one is doing pretty well for me. So I think I finally got the hang of growing Peperomia. So yeah, I am happy to have this in my collection. I am proud of myself for being able to grow this one. Very pretty. I love the heart shape of the leaves and they are just, oh, I just want to squeeze them. Very pretty. Okay, so update on this one. Since filming that video, I have since been turning this plant around, and if you notice, the leaves are not all facing on one side, and yeah, that's the power of turning your plants regularly. The next one is a bigger plant and it is actually this one here beside me. This here is my Gendron Bti. This is my mother plant and look at those leaves. I love the leaves of this plant. It is very pretty, although it is growing, how do I say it? The leaves are all over the place and it is taking a lot of space, but it kind of looks beautiful as well. Right now it is working on this leaf here and it seems like it is gonna be huge. This is the leaf before this one and this is already huge. So yeah, I am happy with this plant. Very fast growing. I have this, can't remember when, but not a year yet. So yeah, very easy care plant. I should maybe repot this actually because the roots on the bottom are crazy, but I kind of like how very compact it looks in this pot. I have a lot of roots also going on the bottom there. So yeah, but it seemed to be growing well for now, so I'm gonna leave it as it is. It is reaching for the light and it stands like this on the shelf. That's why all the leaves are facing that way, but I don't mind it. It's pretty and so proud of this plant. Okay, so here is where the plant is situated. It doesn't get a lot of light. I think it is like maybe 20 feet away from that window, but this lamp has a grow bulb in it and I think Bti doesn't need a lot of sun anyway, because I noticed if it is getting a lot of light, if it gets a lot of light, the leaves would be all facing down and it doesn't look very happy. So when I moved it here, the leaves have perked up pretty much and it seemed to be loving the ambient light from that grow bulb there. So yeah. So you go back there. Alright, another plant that I am happy to add to my collection is an Antherium. This I am not sure of the ID. I got this when it was a tiny seedling and it had grown so much in my care. The leaves had sized up for sure, and it is this one here. It is very pretty. It has a textured leaves and it is thick as well. I think it had spider mite at some point in my care because the newest leaves has some damage to it, which I think is spider mite damage. I am not 100% sure. I have not seen webbing on the leaves, but yeah, it does had something for sure. Like if you can see that one there in the middle here, it looks like spider mite, but it is growing. Like this is the newest leaf that it had given me and it is working on this one here, so it is healthy at some point. Like if you can see, the roots are very chunky and it looks super healthy. So yeah, this is an Antherium that I am not sure of the ID. The next one is going to be a very beautiful plant, and I love this plant so much and I'm so happy to have this in my collection. This is my baby, my Monstera Ora, that is giving me this new leaf over here. So I am excited. I actually helped it a little bit. It wasn't opening, so I tried to open it myself just to see how variegated it would be. Although with Aureas, you don't really see the variegation until, or you don't see it very clearly until the leaf is hardened off. This one will come out, this will come out like the variegation will be lighter, and then it will turn into something like this with yellow variegation. So this is that new leaf now, fully unfurled. It is not as variegated as the older one here, but it is bigger for sure, and I think it's not as bad. I am not sure why the green part here is a little faded. I'm not sure if it is still gonna turn greener once it matures. Maybe we will see. But yes, that is the newest leaf. So yeah, this is my pretty Monstera Ora. Although it is tiny right now, I am happy to have this in my collection, and I just have this in a homemade pole. It is made of cocoa coir, and this is actually like a net or something, a plastic netting that I got at a dollar store, and I just have like a plastic cup here with a little hole in the bottom, and it is serving like a self-watering pole, and it seemed to be working. I have some other plants that are in this type of pole, and they are for sure growing some aerial roots, and the roots are starting to attach to the pole. So yeah, I am happy. Alright guys, we have 3 more plants left, and actually no, I have 4 more plants to show you and then we are done. So the next one is my Alocasia Frydek. I know it is not the prettiest, it doesn't have the most awesome variegation, but I am just happy to have it in my collection. This is the newest leaf that it had given me. I know it is mostly white, but what can you do? And it has also just pure green leaf, some with a little tiny bit of variegation, but I have struggled a little bit with this plant. I don't know what is or what I am doing wrong. The roots are fine, like if you can see, it might be hard to see, but the roots are okay. They are white and looks healthy, but I do think that it is still acclimating to my home, because it feels like the same thing has been happening with my Alocasia michelitziana. When I first got the Alocasia michelitziana, it behaves like this one here, so it will take me some time to figure this out, but just to see that it is not dying quickly is fine with me. I will figure it out for sure. I just need some time. And so yeah, it is still beautiful. I still love this plant. And yeah, my Alocasia Friday. Alright, next plant is also a variegated plant. I originally bought this plant to sell, but I ended up keeping it for myself, and no regrets. It is a very happy, oops, sorry, I kicked the tripod by accident. So yeah, as I was saying, this is my, what is this again? Umarantal Yukin variegated, I think. Yeah, it is very pretty. I love how the leaves, all of them are covered in white speckles, and it turned out to be a pretty easy care plant actually. I have gotten rid most of my Calathea maranta because I find them very prone to pests, and I don't really have the patience and the time to treat them, so I kept only 4 of them, I think. 2 of them were a gift, that's why I kept them, and they seem to be okay. So yeah, anyhow, we're talking about this plant. So yeah, this one is also doing pretty well. The roots, oh, it's dripping. I just watered this earlier. I am actually leaving for out of town this weekend, so I watered my plants. If you can see, the roots are also healthy. So yeah, very pretty plant. I love how full the pot looks like, and it doesn't have a lot of crispy tips except for this one here, which I may cut in a bit. So yeah, my Umarantal Yukin variegated. Next plant is my crazy looking plant but very pretty. This here is my Philodendron totem. I got this as a baby a few months back, and it has since given me bigger leaves. Like this here has grown in my care, this one, and this new leaf here seem to be bigger also, so I am excited. This also had spider mites at some point in its lifetime, but I think I have gotten rid of it already. And yeah, I hope this survives, this leaf here. Yeah, they come out wrinkly like this, and then they will straighten out when they mature. So update on that new leaf that was coming out when I did the video. This is it now. It is huge, and it is not as hardened off yet, but it is looking pretty good, and it came out perfect. You see, the color is a little lighter than the older ones, but yes, it will turn darker green once it matures. So yeah, very weird looking plant, but very pretty. Alright, we're down to the last one. I'm not sure if I have shown this yet in my channel, but this is a rehab plant. I got this as a rescue plant. This is a zebra plant, and I think it is already better because this used to be the size of the leaves when I first got it. Like, they are tiny, and this had grown in my care. Look how big they are. And this is the newest leaf, still not hardened off. And yeah, it is very pretty. I love how the veins are very, prominent looking. So yeah, this is not a fast grower by any means, and it does require a lot of water. But yeah, it's beautiful. I love it hanging on my shelf like that. So, update on this plant. Since filming the video, a new leaf has come out. This tiny thing here, but I also have chopped the older leaves on the bottom because it wasn't looking very good. So right now it has 3 leaves with 1 coming out there. Very pretty plant. Alright guys, that's it for today's video. I hope you all loved it. I hope you enjoy, and I hope you have a lovely weekend. If you are not subscribed to my channel yet, please subscribe to my channel. I appreciate it so much, and I will see you on the next video. Bye.